Good morning, everyone. And my name is Susan, and welcome to a nice little gentle hatha yoga class. So, I want to go through the breathing first. First of all, make yourself comfortable on your yoga mat, either sitting cross-legged. If you find that's challenging, you can sit any way you'd like, whatever's good for you, all right? And sitting nice and tall. Now the breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Nice, long, full, smooth breath. Inhale completely. Always try and suspend your breath for a couple of seconds and exhale fully. All right, so try and get a little rhythm. If you're familiar with this breathing, great. If you're not, just take your time, slow it down, and I will remind you constantly to breathe, okay? Try not to hold your breath. So always through the nose. And again, I will cue you on the breathing. When I said the next exhale or your next exhale is when you breathe. We always move on the exhale, I should say. All right? Listen to your body. Do what you can. If it doesn't feel good, please remember you don't have to do it. And I'll give you a couple of different ways to do pretty well everything so you can find a place that works for you. And if it doesn't, think about it. Don't do it. All right? So, that being said, sitting nice and tall on your sit bones. We always start the class with a couple of minutes of breathing, pranayama. And every week I choose a different mudra, a different hand position, all right? Now, if it's not your cup of tea, the mudras, just put your hands on your lap. You can do your breathing that way. But this week we're going to sit in Yoni Mudra. So you're going to bring your hands together, drop 3 fingers, index fingers together, thumbs together. You can rest your thumbs against your chest if you want. Elbows are wide, right here. So Yoni Mudra is said to awaken feelings of self-assuredness and self-confidence, balancing the energy in the body, increasing physical balance, and giving us a higher level of concentration. So close your eyes. Let's take a nice, long, smooth breath together. Just relax those shoulders. Breathe. Continue on your own personal pranayama for the next 2 minutes. Just slow it down. Now's the time to drop your day, to settle your mind, and to set an intention for your practice today. Focus on any situation in your life that needs guidance from your higher self. It's time to lower the heart rate, lower our blood pressure, and lower our anxiety level. Try to find stillness in mind and body. One more big breath. And on the next exhale, I want you to bring your hands together now. Let's rub them vigorously, activate our hand chakra. Hands on your heart center. Close your eyes. And let's take a nice, long, smooth breath together to tune out. Inhale. One more big breath. And on the next exhale, now I want you to drop 3 fingers again. Index fingers together. So now we're going to go into Jupiter Mudra. So on the next exhale, if you can, let's see if we can bring our arms all the way up to the ceiling. Now, if this bothers your arms or your shoulders, you can bring your arms down a little lower if you need to. Otherwise, let's sit nice and tall. Reach. Let's wake up that physical body. Let's release and lengthen that spine. Breathe into Jupiter Mudra, which is good luck and expansion are activated when together. Focus your energies on breaking through barriers. One more breath. On the exhale, release the hands, and if you can, inhale into a gentle back bend, or if you can, just reach up to the ceiling, whatever you can manage. Breathe. One more breath. On the exhale, I want you to bring your arms and hands down very slowly right onto the floor in front of you. Now, keeping your back straight, hinging at the hips, take a breath. And on the exhale, if you can, I want you to lean forward. Now, you can keep your hands here and just bend the elbows. Some of you want to go a little further. You can come down on the forearm. And some of you want to go even further than that. You can stretch the arms out. Now, if you want to bow your head a little, that's fine. Whatever position you find yourself in, this one is to release the spine, lengthening the spine, releasing the muscles up and down your back. You can bow your head a little if you'd like as well. One more breath. On the next exhale, stay very low and slowly shift your body weight to the left. Weight's on the left thigh, right hip stays on the floor. And here again, if you find that you can only manage to go here, that's okay. But some of you want to go a little further, reach out a little bit more, just to release that right side of the body. Try to relax the shoulders, breathe. One more breath. On the next exhale, stay low and very slowly shift your body weight to the right. Weight's on the right thigh, left hip on the floor. And again, if you find that you can't go very far, this is as far as you can move, that's fine. Wherever you are is where you need to be. Some of you want to go a little further. Some have to go a little further to feel the stretch. Everybody's set up a little differently. And everyone's in a different place in their practice as well. So from here, really beautiful stretch for the left side, waking up the left side of the body, the shoulder, and all the way down. So while we're here, let's recognize and release the tension that we hold in our face. So I want you to squeeze your face, scrunch your face up, make a funny face if you want. Hold it. Let it go. Relax your facial muscles. Push the tension through your body into the ground. One more breath. And on the next exhale, come to center. Slowly come up very gently. Lovely. Hands on the lap. Roll the shoulders out. Roll them out. Release those shoulders. You know, we hold a lot of tension in our shoulders and even into our neck as well. So when you roll them out, we'll do this a few more times. The more you do it, the better they feel. And also when you roll the shoulders out, you increase circulation into the upper body just by doing that. All right, let's keep moving. So left hand on the floor beside the left knee. Now, this is where our little block comes in. So I'm going to show you 3 ways to do this particular stretch. The deepest version is elbow on the floor, arm up to the ceiling, without my right hip coming off. Now, if that's not going to happen for you, this is where our little helper block comes in. You can set the block up and rest your elbow there. So what we're doing basically is bringing the floor up to you if you can't reach the floor. Now, if you don't have a block or a thick book or something like that, just reach your hand out and just bend the elbow. Don't even have to put it on the floor. All right, so sitting nice and tall, get your left hand into position. Let's inhale, right arm up. Exhale as you lean on the block, on the floor, or just rest your hand out. Now my right arm is right up to the ceiling. Try to make sure you're aware of your alignment. So the arm is lined up to the side of the body so you're not kind of all twisted, or leaning back. And some of you want to go deeper, you can reach a little more to the left if you want. If not, stay right here. This you can do with your hand on your hip if that's easier for you as well. Make sure left elbow and shoulder are lined up if it's on the floor. Spread those fingers like rays of sunshine. One more breath. Exhale, right hand to right knee. Stay in this position with the left elbow. Take a breath. And on the exhale, I want you to push away on the right knee. Bring the right shoulder just a little bit closer to the left knee. Just until you feel the upper back, shoulder, and all the way down. You can keep the arm straight. If you want to soften the elbow, that's fine. Just feel that beautiful release. One more breath. On the exhale, bend the elbow and stay low. Very gentle with your spine. Come up super slow. Now let's try this on here. So if you're using your little helper block, take it with you. Put it beside the right knee if you have the block. Left hand on left knee, right hand into position. Make sure you're always starting with a straight spine. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, lean gently. And then decide where you want to put your arm, either here or even if you have it way over here, it doesn't matter. Always find a place that works for you. And I want you to be able to move without straining, but following the rhythm of the breath. Keep that breath going. Don't hold your breath. One more. Exhale, left hand to left knee. And on the exhale, push away. Now, when you're in this position here, the point is not to get the shoulder to touch the knee. That's not what we want to do. You just want to be able to get to that place where you feel that beautiful stretch. Some people have to go further. Some people maybe not. One more breath. Exhale, bend the elbow, come to center slowly. Remember to move your body slowly, carefully, and very gently. It's not a race, not a contest. All right, so let's release those legs a bit now. Let's get into our little butterfly or bound angle pose. So wiggle around, make sure you're nice and comfortable always. And Make sure there's room between the heels and the groin area. So this particular position here is going to start releasing and stretching out, really lengthening the inner thighs, the pelvic floor, groin area, opening up those hips and those releasing those tight glutes. So I'm going to give you 3 ways to do this one here. The deepest version is hands on the ankles, elbows on the knees. I'm going to lean forward. Another place, if you find that this is as far as you can go or want to go, just stay right here. You don't have to do anything, all right? Or if you want to try another one, put your hands on the floor beside your hips, bring the shoulder blades together gently, and you can do it that way, all right? This particular position here, you're going to get a little extra stretch into your chest, which is really nice too. So you can decide wherever you want to go with this one here. Try to relax those inner thighs. Keep your back straight. Head is level with your spine. Ready? Exhale. Now those of you who are leaning forward, keep your back straight. Don't bow your head. Now if you find that you want to go deeper, lean forward more. A little bit of pressure on the knees is okay, but don't slam down on the knees. A little bit. Now wherever you are in this particular stretch, think about how your thighs, your hips feel. Let it go. Let them go. Come back to your breath. Feel your breath. Take that breath. One more. Exhale, come up very, very slowly. All right, lovely. Okay, now what we're going to do now is we're going to stretch the left leg out. And if you can, I'd like you to put the right foot into the cusp of the left knee. Now, if you prefer, you can have your foot along your calf area. That's fine. You don't have to now have it up any higher. That's a whole other move that we're not doing today. Now, with your left leg, try to make sure you've got it lined up with your hip and it's not sticking out too far to the left. So from here, what we're going to do is a hamstring stretch. So the left hamstring, back of the leg, knee and calf. Make sure the toes pointing up to the ceiling. Both hands on to the right knee or the right thigh. So we're going to do here, let me show you first. You're just going to take your breath, you're going to exhale and lean forward. Now, some of you want to stay here, some of you can slide your hands down, grab your toes, some can grab your foot, you can go as far as you like. All right, so again, make sure your back is straight, head is level with your spine, and you're always hinging at the hips. So what I mean by that is try not to round your back and bow your head. So this one can be a little bit more dynamic, a little bit more intense, so take it easy, take a breath. And exhale. And every time you exhale, if you can, go a little further until you find your edge, that place where it's just as far as you can go. And stay there and breathe. Try to relax your quad, try to relax your knee. One more breath. Exhale, come up. Slowly push yourself up. Wonderful. Okay, so we're going to go right into a twist pose now. So we're going to work our spine a little bit. So what I'd like you to do is just bring your right knee up. All right, so you're going to put the right foot on the floor right here. You don't have to go any further. So make sure the left leg is lined up. Now, with the right foot, you can have it in the cusp of the knee. If you want to bring it down a little further, all right? And you can have it on the floor. You don't have to touch your leg with it or anything. So let's go back to the spine. Left hand on the right knee. Right hand behind your back. So what we're going to do here is you're going to look over the right shoulder. So if you have issues with your back or your spine, be very gentle. You don't have to whip yourself around or torque your back or your neck. You go very slowly, all right, until you find a place that feels just right, even if it's just a little bit. Let's take a breath. Exhale, look over the right shoulder. And if you find it feels good, you're comfortable, and you want to go a little further, just push on your knee a little bit to the left. You'll get a little bit more, but be very gentle. And let's just breathe. Even in the twist pose, the breath is the same. It's long, it's smooth, and it's complete. Now working on, focusing on our spine, keeping it strong and balanced and supple and flexible. One more breath. Exhale, release very slowly. Now let's try the other side. Straighten the right leg. And then if you can, putting the foot in the cusp of the knee or put it along the calf, it doesn't matter. All right, find a place, wiggle around, make sure you're nice and comfortable. Both hands onto the right, just on the thigh is fine. Straight spine always, take a breath. Exhale, lean. Then you find that place again that feels just right. Like I said earlier, you find your edge. You find that place where you don't know if you want to go any further and you don't have to. Or maybe even just that little sweet spot if you want to think of it that way. Breath is flowing. Think about how you feel right now in this moment. Maybe you feel a little calmer, a little more relaxed. One more breath. Exhale, come up very slowly, very slowly. Lovely. All right, so let's get into our twist pose from here. So bring the left knee up, I should say. Now make sure that the right leg is nice and straight. So again, if you find that you want to skip a move or you think it's not going to feel good, please don't worry about it. You don't have to do it. But when you try a different position or a different stretch, just try it just a little bit. And if that's as far as you can go, stay put, stay there. You can make little adjustments along the way. Always remember that. And always remember that you can come right out of it or skip it altogether if you find that you just don't want to do it for any reason. Left hand behind your back. Take your breath to center. And on the exhale, let's look over the left side. Now maybe this is the side of your body that's a little easier to work with, that's stronger, maybe a little more flexible. Or maybe this is the opposite, the side that gives you a little bit more grief. So take it easy, breathe. Try to relax those shoulders, relax the rest of your body. One more breath. Exhale, release, come back to center. Okay, let's stretch that leg out finally. Now let's roll the shoulders out again. Roll them out. Release those shoulders. Okay, so this is our staff pose. So sitting nice and tall, and I want you to point your toes. Now from here, I want you to be aware of your posture. So sitting nice and tall and proud. All right, so let's work some hands and some feet before we go any further. So I want you just to reach out with the left hand. Keep your fingers open, bend at the wrist, and just slightly turn out to the baby finger. So again, pointing your toes, you get a nice little stretch on the top of the foot, and then we're going to come back here and focus on the left forearm. The extensor muscles, the wrist, the hand, and the fingers. One more breath. Keep your arm low so we focus on the forearm, not the shoulders. We'll save those for later. On the exhale, straighten the hand, bring it up. Right fingertips pressing back on the left gently. Breathe. Releasing the hand, the fingers into the wrist, into the flexor muscles here. Very gentle. On the exhale, release. Left hand on your lap. Now relax your feet. Now if you want to keep your feet where they are, fine. If you want to get a little calf stretch, you can get your heels off the floor. If you want to try that, that's optional. Let's try this side here. Fingers open, bend, and turn out. Lengthening, decompressing, releasing those tight muscles. Every move we make, every stretch we do are called eccentric muscle contractions. So actively releasing, uncoiling those tight muscles. And then when you do that, you release the discomfort of tight nerves, tight blood vessels. On the exhale, bring the hand up, bring it back. So your body's able to relay nutrition more efficiently, information more efficiently, and get that deep oxygenation into every fiber of your muscle by loosening and releasing those tight muscles. On the exhale, release. Now, heels on the floor if they're off the floor. Relax your legs. All right, so we're going to work our fingers now. So I want you to put your hands on your lap. All you're going to do here, actually, no, we're going to do it this way today. So bring your hands up here. Sitting nice and tall, relax your legs, focus on your fingers now. So all we're going to do here is you're going to fold each finger into a very loose fist, and then you're going to open them up very slowly. So let's do it together. That was a quick little demo. So again, we want to focus on each finger, articulating all those little joints. So sitting nice and tall, just bring your arms down a little bit. And let's go, inhale, just fold the thumb in a little bit. And then follow the rhythm of the breath and just kind of wrap each finger, just fold it down. You can watch your fingers or you can close your eyes, it doesn't matter. Do what you can with your fingers. A lot of people have issues with their hands and fingers. It's very important that we keep them moving. And a very loose fist, not tight, just very loose. Now let's reverse. Open. Pay attention to exactly what you're doing, every little part of your body you're working with. The rest of your body is nice and relaxed and calm. And let's open up those fingers. And then stretch them out. Visualize you've got strings pulling your fingers up to the ceiling. Stretch that hand out. All right, now I want you to relax the fingers, let them hang. Roll the wrists around. gently and play a little piano if you want. Lovely. All right, and then shake it out. Shake those hands out. Release those hands. All right, let's go down to the ankles and the feet. So from here, what we're going to do today is just a nice ankle circle. So let me show you quickly. So again, position of your arms. You can have your hands beside your hips. If you want to kind of lean back and relax, we can do it that way as well. Make sure your back always stays straight, of course. So what you're going to do is you're going to roll in, and you're going to pause, and then go again. So we do 3 one direction and 3 the other. So let's really focus on articulating your ankles. When you're doing this, try not to wiggle your legs around if you can help it. If they move a bit, don't worry about it, but try to really focus on just the ankles and the feet. So, ready? Go. Inhale around. Exhale, pause. You have to stop to take an inhale. That's why you follow the rhythm of the breath. There's no rush. Inhale around, exhale. Now once you do 3 one direction, if you can, let's go to the other way, the other direction. So focusing on, strengthening, releasing those ankles, the feet, the toes, but also the lower leg muscles. You can feel your shins, perhaps your calves. Let's do one more round. And that's it. Relax your feet, your legs, play a little piano now with your toes. Wiggle even with socks on. Preferably to do this without socks, but if you have to keep your socks on, don't worry about it. And then if you want to round them a little faster, if you want to add your hands and your fingers, you can go a little faster if you want. All right, lovely. So now we're nice and warmed up. Let's start moving. So we're going to get into our table. So we're going to get onto our hands and knees. So with my classes, I always offer little padding if they need it for their knees or their wrists. So something you might think about this is just a Pilates mat that I cut out. A little thin towel or a little blanket or something as well if you've had issues with your knees. All right, so this is our table. So again, this is a neutral position. So alignment, ankle to knee to hip, knees are hip distance apart, arms are lined up, head is level with your spine. Let's do some cat and cow, take it easy. Inhale, head up, sacrum up, C-scoop, spine. Exhale as you arch the back, chin to chest, belly button to spine. Follow the breath. This is working on releasing, lengthening the spine. Beautiful stretch for the upper back, especially your lower back. This particular move as well helps to stimulate digestion and elimination all the way up. When you come up, you get a stretch into your chest, into your belly. And then you exhale again, releasing that spine. Beautiful stretch. One more, up. Now, when you finish your last move, come to center. If your wrists and hands are getting tired, take a second, shake them out if you need to. Now again, we're going to stay in this position a little bit longer. If you find that your wrists are getting tired, you can go on your fists if you like, and that changes the angle of the wrist if that helps. Or you can also double up your mat and make it a little fatter if you need to. So we're going to work our hip a little bit. We're going to do a revolving tabletop. So from here, take a breath. And on the exhale, push the hip out to the right as you look over the left shoulder. I'll pull this way so you can see me a little better. One more breath. Exhale, swing the hips to the left, look over the right shoulder. So this particular move here is releasing the lower back, the glutes, and the hip abductors. On the exhale, swing. Exhale, swing the hips to the right, look over the left shoulder. This is called a revolving tabletop. Exhale, swing to the left, look over the right shoulder. From here, come to center. All right, let's go right into child's pose. Let's take a little rest before we go any further. So open up the knees a bit wider if you need to. If you can, I want you to lean back. Now, make sure your head and your neck are properly supported. You can rest your forehead on your stacked fist. Some people like to rest their forehead on their block, if you prefer to do it that way, on your hands or on the floor. Make sure your head and your neck are always supported, and let's rest. This is our child's pose, Balasana, a resting place, a neutral place, and a wonderful, gentle, full body stretch. So just rest. Catch that breath. If you feel that you've lost track of your breath, catch that breath again. Get it going. Slow it down. So let's take this time to thank ourselves for being here, right now. Having a bit of gratitude, being grateful for this moment. For just being able to sneak away from your busy day and your busy life to come and hang out on your mat for a while. for whatever reason brings you here today. Maybe you just want a little stretch. Maybe you want to turn your brain off for a little while. No thoughts, no cares, no worries, no anxieties, no demands here either. Just you. One more breath. On the exhale, let's come back up to table. All right. So from here, I'd like to get ourselves right up to mountain. So we're going to get ourselves to standing. So any way you can, let's get up off the floor for a little while. All right. So now we're nice and warmed up. I want you to shake the hands out, roll the shoulders out, shake those legs out if you need to. All right, wonderful. Okay, so like I said, we're nice and warmed up, so we got lots of fun stuff to do today. So this is our mountain Tadasana. So feet are hip distance apart, standing nice and tall. Again, always being aware of your posture. Relax the shoulders, and let's just breathe right here. I want you to take that breath, feel that breath. Surrender to your breath. When you inhale, feel your chest rise as you inhale. Always try and hold your breath for a couple of seconds and exhale completely. Feel your chest lower or sink as you exhale. This is the breath. Every breath you take is the same breath. One more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale all the way. Inhale into a gentle back bend or just reach up to the ceiling, whatever you can manage. One more breath. On the exhale, swan dive down, hinging at the hips, soften the knees, and ragdoll. I'll be moving myself around just so that you get a better idea of what I'm doing, but you can stay in the same position. You don't have to move around like I do. And this is our beautiful ragdoll. Keep your knees soft, hang out as low as you want, or come up a little higher if it makes you dizzy. Be very careful. Let the arms hang like gravity, pull it down. Stretch that body out. One more breath. From here, we're going to do a nice move called the elephant. So stay in this position, put one hand on top of the other. It doesn't matter which one. On the exhale, swing both hands in front of the left foot. Very gentle stretch for the left side of your body. This is called the elephant. One more breath. Exhale, swing your hands in front of the right foot. Back to center, release the hands. Preparing for left low lunge. On the exhale, hands on the floor. Right knee on the floor. Left low lunge, just like this. Ankle and knee are lined up. Ankle and knee of the right leg, nice and lined up. Low lunge. All right, so from here, we're going to get into a high plank. On the next exhale, hands on the floor. Now, you can start with your knees on the floor. Rock forward, arms are lined up. If you can, get the knees off the floor, bring the hips down. If this is too intense, put your knees on the floor, but keep your hips down if you need to do it that way. Plank, chaturanga. Power pose, working a lot of abdominal strength, core strength, upper body strength. Upward facing dog. Exhale, knees on the floor, uncurl the toes, stay here. Look forward. Upward facing dog. Preparing for downward dog from here. Exhale, all the way up. Now, when you get into this position, if you have to make an adjustment, move your feet back a bit. Get that tail up high, back a straight, head hanging down. Breathe. Left low lunge again. On the exhale, right knee on the floor. Left low lunge. Ragdoll from here. Exhale up. Ragdoll. Preparing for back bend. On the exhale, bend the knee, come up very slowly so you don't get dizzy. Come all the way up, bring the arms with you, back bend. Exhale, hands together, bring them down. Mountain, roll out the shoulders. All right, so from here, we are going to coming to the top of the mat. Oops, I'm gonna stay back here so you can see me. Inhale up, exhale, preparing for a half moon salute. Take a breath. On the exhale, way to lean to the right. One more breath. Exhale up. Let's go to the left, take a breath. On the exhale, lean. You don't have to go far. This is a really nice stretch for the whole right side of your body, a lateral flexion of the spine as well. One more breath. Exhale. Arms to the side of the body. From here, I'd like you to take a step back, the right leg. Take a breath. Exhale, turn your feet and your heels to the right for 5-star. I'm going to move back again so you can see me. All right, preparing for a lateral stretch. Ready? Inhale, right arm up, lean. Left hand along the left leg, reach, lean to the left. Try to keep your body straight, go as far as comfortable. Lateral flexion of the spine again, really deep stretch for the right side of the body. One more breath. Exhale, come up, bring the right hand all the way down as you inhale, left one up. Exhale, back to 5-star. Take a breath. On the exhale, turn your heels and your feet to the left. Windmill, right arm down. Come back to mountain. All right. Now we're going to do one more. We're going to do our tree. So this is a balance position. Again, whenever we do any balance poses, stare at that spot on the floor in front of you. It'll help a lot. So tree, I'm going to give you a couple of ways to do it. This is the prep for the tree. If you can, the foot will be along the ankle, here or way up here. If you find that's a little too intense, just get your foot off the floor. Don't worry about it, all right? So the arms can be along the side of the body if that helps. Preparing for tree, right leg, take a breath. Exhale. Arms along like branches in a tree. You can have your hands here or all the way up here if you want. Uddiyana, one more breath. Exhale, come down. Coming to the top of the mat, take a breath. On the exhale, step back, right leg. Preparing for pyramid. Back foot's on a bit of an angle. Make sure left leg is nice and straight. Do your test, make sure you're anchored to the floor. Straighten that left leg. Hips are square, inhale up. Exhale, big breath. Exhale, hinging at the hips, fold over. Now, both hands on the knee. This is our engaged pyramid. Full pyramid if you want to go a little further. If you can have a straight leg, if this is really uncomfortable, if this is a very deep hamstring stretch, bend your knee if you have to. Prepare for crescent lunge. On the exhale, bend the knee, find your lunge, hands together, inhale up. Now you can stay here. If you want to do a crescent lunge, you can lean back a little bit. Be careful how far you go. One more breath. Pyramid again. Exhale slowly, either on the knee or a little further down. Breathe. Mountain from here. Exhale, bend the knee, come up slowly. Back to mountain. All right, lovely. Roll the shoulders out. Okay, shall we do that again? All right, do exactly the same thing. We're going to do this side now, this side of the body. All right, so take it easy. If you find that there's something you want to skip, absolutely. When we get into our downward dog, if you find that's a bit challenging, if you're getting a little tired, just go into your table. You can skip the dog if you want as well. All right, so let's see what we can do again. So just relax, don't overthink it. Breathe. Let's go, inhale up. Exhale. Inhale into your back bend. Ragdoll, soften the knees, hinging at the hips. Come down and hang out. This is such a beautiful stretch. Keep your knees soft, just let it all, like gravity, pull everything down. Lengthen that spine. Elephant, one hand on top of the other, doesn't matter which one. On the exhale, swing both hands in front of the left foot. Exhale, swing the hands in front of the right foot. Exhale, center, preparing for right low lunge. On the exhale, hands on the floor, left knee on the floor now. Set yourself up, make sure everything is nice and straight. Both hands on either side of the right ankle. Low lunge. All right, so we're going to try our lovely plank again. So, hands on the floor. Start with your knees on the floor if you want. Rock forward, bring the hips down, arms are nice and lined up. Then decide if you want to get your heels or your knees off the floor. Upward facing dog, knees on the floor. If they're not already there, uncurl the toes, stay right here. Up dog. Down dog, ready? Let's go. And exhale up. Right low lunge. On the exhale, left knee on the floor. Right low lunge. Ragdoll. Exhale. Preparing for back bend. On the exhale, come up very slowly. Reverse the blood flow. Come all the way. Inhale into your back bend. From here, straighten spine, hands together, preparing for half moon salute. On the exhale, lean to the right. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. One more. Exhale, come up. Use those nice strong core muscles to help you move. Take a breath. And on the exhale, lean to the left. Come to center. Inhale, arms down, shoulder height. Now make sure that you're at the very top of your mat. All right. Take a breath. On the exhale, step back, left leg, turning your heels to the left now for 5-star. Again, don't mind me, I gotta move around so that you can sign in your screen here. 5-star. V lateral stretch. Inhale, right arm up, lean to the left. Smile while you're breathing. Happy to be here today, so am I. One more breath. Exhale, come up. Bring the right arm down as you inhale, left one up. And lean. One more breath. Exhale. 5-star. Take a breath. And on the exhale, turn your heels to the right. Windmill left arm down. Back to mountain. All right. So, shall we try our tree with this side, with the left leg? So make sure the right foot's nice and anchored. Standing tall, stare at that spot on the floor. And get into position. If you want to just get your foot off the floor, do it that way if that's easier for you. Ready? Big breath. And exhale. One more breath. Exhale, come down slowly. All right, coming to the very top of your mat. Take a breath. On the exhale, step back. Left leg this time, preparing for pyramid. So back foot's on an angle. Right leg is nice and straight. Hips are square. Always do a little test to make sure you're anchored and stuck to the floor. Inhale up. Exhale. Take a breath. Exhale, hinging at the hips, fold over. Engaged pyramid on the knee. Or you can go a little further down if you want. And again, if you find this is too intense for your hamstrings, if they're tight, just bend your knee a bit if you need to. That's what I mean by making little adjustments. Every time you move your body, find a place that feels good for you. All right? Crescent lunge. Exhale, bend the knee, hands together. Inhale up. Now you can stay right here. If you want to go a little further back, you can. Challenging your balance, the strength of your legs, ankles and feet. One more breath. Pyramid. Back down, slow and gentle. One more breath. From here, we're going to get into table. So on the exhale, bend the knee, hands on the floor. Bring your left knee down very gently. Get yourself into table and very slowly get yourself onto your back. Gently and gracefully. All the way. All right, all the way down. Adjust your back and shoulders. Make sure you're nice and comfortable. All right, we're going to go right into a reverse pigeon. So, bring the left leg up. You can keep your left knee bent. I'd like you to take the right foot. Use your hands if you need to. Put it right on top of the your thigh area, maybe a little bit on your knee. One hand on the right knee, one behind the left thigh, and I want you to gently pull. Now this is a very deep stretch for the hip, the thigh, the glute, even into the lower back. So it's a very dynamic stretch. You don't have to go far to feel this one. You can go as deep as you want or move as little as you need. This is a really nice stretch to release the discomfort of a sciatic nerve as well. Reverse pigeon, one more breath. Preparing to go to the other side. On the exhale, take your hands, put your foot gently. Now you can keep your legs straight. You can bend your knee a little if you'd like. It doesn't matter. One hand on the knee, one behind the thigh, and just gently pull. Until you feel the stretch that you need. Sometimes you don't have to go very far. Sometimes you have to go a little deeper. You'll know. Your body will always let you know what it needs. But make sure you listen to your body as well. One more breath. On the exhale, release. Feet on the floor. Straighten the left leg. Keep the right one bent. Adjust your back and shoulders. Make sure you're comfortable. On the exhale, bring up the right knee only. Big hug with both hands. Single leg stretch. Now this one here, the closer your knee is to your chest, the deeper the stretch you will get. So adjust it to what you need, what feels good for you. Beautiful stretch for the knee, quad, hamstring, glute, lower back, pelvic floor area as well, and the hip. Breathe. Try to relax those shoulders. Focus on exactly what you're doing, the part of the body you're working with. Try to relax everything else and breathe. One more. On the exhale, slowly release that leg. Now let's very gently counterpose. Bend the left one as you straighten the right one. Always make sure you adjust your back and shoulders. Make sure that you're comfortable and anchored. And then when you're ready, bring up that left one. Now maybe this side needs a bigger stretch or not. We'll see. Smile while you're breathing. And think about how you feel right now. Maybe a little more peaceful, maybe content, calm. On the exhale, let's release that leg. Now keep it bent. I want you to bend the right one. Let's do a double hug with both. Ready? On the exhale, bring up both knees. Now again, here you can hug it as deep as you want or as little as you need. And you can rock if you want, rock a little bit. And this is a beautiful release for your spine. Give yourself a little back massage while you're here. Rock and breathe. And now if you'd like, when you get to the left, if you'd like to do some little circles, this is really focusing on releasing that tight lower back. Little circles. One more breath. And on the exhale, let's go to the right. Just little circles. You don't have to be, it's not a big movement. Just release that tight lower back. One more breath. On the exhale, knees to center, soles of the feet onto the floor. So we're going to do a reclining bound angle. I want your feet together. If you can, I want your knees to fall open. Put your arms out on the floor wherever you want them to be. Try to adjust your back and shoulders and just slow it down and breathe. So this is a beautiful stretch. It's similar to our butterfly that we did at the beginning from the seated position. So now we're going to get another beautiful stretch into the inner thighs, pelvic floor area, opening up the hips and releasing those glutes. But while you're laying here, close your eyes and just feel your body getting heavier and heavier with every exhalation. And I want you to feel that breath. Just feel it, slow it down. One more. On the next exhale, let's bring those legs together. So put your hands beside and gently bring them, very slowly bring them together. All right, let's go into a supine twist pose now. So I'd like you to straighten the left leg again. Again, before you go any further, make sure you adjust your back and shoulders. You're nice and comfortable. Now, if you can, I'd like you to take the right foot, put it on top of the left knee very softly. Take the left hand, reach up onto the right knee. Take the right arm, stretch it out shoulder height. And on the exhale, as you look over the right shoulder, gently pressing on the right knee to the left. So this is, again, for our spine. And you get a beautiful extra stretch into the hip area, the glute area. If you want to go deeper, you can push on your knee a little bit more if you feel you need a little extra stretch. But it's not really necessary. Always find that place that feels just right. Supine twist pose. Relax. Pay attention to your left leg. It's completely relaxed. You should be able to wiggle your toes. And your foot is softly resting on your knee. We always want to be very aware of our knees. Let's take one more breath. On the exhale, release the leg. Now let's try the other side. So from here, straighten the right leg, bend the left one, adjust your back and shoulders, make sure you're comfortable. And then when you're ready, left foot on top of the knee, right knee very softly. Right hand all the way on top of the left knee. Left arm, peel it out shoulder height. And on the exhale, as you look over the left shoulder, gently pressing on the left knee now to the right. One more breath. On the next exhale, I want you to release that knee. Now let's stretch that leg out. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, let them fall over your head. And let's stretch that body out. If this bothers your arms or shoulders, put your arms wherever you want them to be. And I want you to stretch that body out now. Fingertips to the tips of your toes. So you just stay in that position. Make yourself nice and long and tall. And then every time you exhale again, just feel yourself melting into the mat. Sink right into that mat. That's how wonderful you feel right now. It's important for relaxation of tension-free body and a tension-free mind. All that energy is flowing, energy which is our life force. For one more breath. On the next exhale, I want you to bring your hands to the side of your body. Palms facing the ceiling, hands are open to receive guidance from your higher self. And let's prepare for our closing Savasana. Meditation, relaxation, reflection time. However you choose to bring this into your practice today. Resting comfortably in your corpse pose. So at this point, I want you to rest. You can bend your knees if you'd like. Some people like to lay on their side. But I want you to find a place on your mat where you can relax comfortably. You don't have to move anymore. No more moving. Just rest. But now I want you to feel that breath. And I want you, while you're laying there in a static position, I want you to just feel your chest rise as you inhale. Always try and hold the breath a couple of seconds and exhale. Feel that beautiful rhythm of the breath. Remember, the breath it's relaxing, it's calming, it's soothing, it's balancing. And we'll prepare for our Savasana, meditation, relaxation, reflection time, however you choose to bring this into your practice again. Let's take a second to get in touch with the quiet part of who we are. Let's go within and connect with the self that knows that all is well in this moment. Since this moment is all we have, let's make the best of our time together by taking a rest and spending some time exploring who we are at the source. Yoga is a system of personal growth and development. It's a lifelong journey, not a destination. So don't expect to achieve mastery of all of your positions or postures, or even any of them. The idea is to work towards mastery of those postures you can comfortably achieve without straining. Regard the photographs of the final postures as inspiration, not intimidation. Trust on the intelligence of your body to guide your practice so that you can enjoy and reap the rewards. Maximum benefits are gained by staying true to the level that you are at, and by keeping up with a regular practice as well. Be patient with yourself in relation to your balance, your flexibility, and your strength. All of these will change in time. Let's offer ourselves one moment in time to ensure that we are living in line with our truths, and let's embrace the silence in the room and in our minds. Let's go find that place within ourselves that speaks to us, where the stillness holds all the proper questions and all of our answers, where our truth is our identity. Sat Nam. Let your mind, your body, and your soul absorb the vibrations of the bells, bringing your own energies to its appropriate frequency. Now, before you bring yourself to a seated position, let's do a little neck stretch while you're laying there. Now that your body is completely relaxed, your shoulders are nice and loose, let's see if we can release any leftover tension we might have in our neck you might not even be aware of. So if you'd like, on the next exhale, all I want you to do is turn your head gently to the left. Be very careful with your neck, of course. So the little muscles in the neck are called scalene muscles. It doesn't take a lot for them to be compressed, but it doesn't take a lot to release them either. So as you release those tight muscles, you release the tight nerves, the blood vessels as well, increasing oxygenation into your brain, getting a beautiful fresh blood flow in your brain, helping with your memory, your thought process, your decision making. One more breath. On the next exhale, bring your head and your face slowly to center. And if you'd like, let's go to the other side. On the exhale, just turn your head gently to the right. Releasing the left side of the neck. When we have tension in our shoulders, it always tends to migrate up into your neck. You might not even be aware of it sometimes, so let's focus on releasing everything. On the exhale, bring your head back to neutral position. Now you can bring yourself back into the room, back into your space, bring life back to your body, wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, very slowly and very carefully and gently bring yourself back up to our cross-legged Sukhasana position, or any seated position that's comfortable for you at this point. Take your time. I know it's hard to get off the floor. Sitting nice and tall on your sit bones, back is straight. Let's bring your hands together. Let's rub them vigorously and activate our hand chakra. Hands onto your heart center. Close your eyes. And let's take a nice long smooth breath together to tune in. Inhale. One more big breath. Shanti, Shanti, peace, peace. May love and light be with you always. Namaste. There, we're all done. Thank you. That was wonderful. Beautiful. All right. Thank you so much for coming out, everyone, and or for joining me, I should say. Again, it's the beginning of July, and my name is Susan, and thank you for joining me again. And now that our regular classes are suspended till September, let's see what we can do together from this platform. So again, have a wonderful rest of your day. It's raining here right now, but in any case, it doesn't matter. It's summertime. So again, have a lovely day. Take it easy and stay tuned for our chair yoga class, which I will be putting on very shortly. I just did a Pilates, so whatever you need to do to keep yourself moving and happy. Thank you.